Ladies and gentlemen, there go Montel Allen right there. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. That's
No,
Montel
worry
right
about him.
there.
You got to worry about him. That
Yes,
he's the guy.
sir. We in this building. Team no sleep. New day, new time. Just a new time for the day, but it's a new day coming for the next new year.
Yes,
Hopefully this
sir.
works for everybody. It works for me. It works for Montel. So y'all have to make yourselves accordingly
Mm-hmm.
to the schedule.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what's going on. We got folks chopping in. Listen, seniors here. He was out there on the banks fishing today.
Oh, hope you caught a little
Uh,
something. Caught a little
yeah,
something.
well,
That fish fry, brother. That fish
hey,
fry is always good.
caught if nothing, caught a good time at least, right? How
Absolutely.
about that? So what's up with that? Brother Stark is in the building. He probably on the clock. So appreciate you being here. Pay attention to what you're doing though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Working
You
on
know.
them planes, man. Pay attention to what you're doing.
Hey, brother. I'm gonna be on one on Friday. So absolutely, pay
You
attention.
too? Hey, my whole family too. So hey, pay attention to what you're doing, brother, because we don't want no issues as they go back
Man,
East Coast.
I think I live
Uh,
on one of them. I live in a plane, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna be on one on Friday. So I got it.
they know me. Southwest, you've heard me make the joke. I live
Oh
35,000
yeah.
feet in the air. South, they know me,
Oh,
and
those are
it's
my peoples,
ridiculous.
bro. Those are my people. That's what I say. Those are my people now. So it's all good. That's all good.
Yeah, listen, let's go ahead and get locked in, man. You know what we do, social impact of sports, and it's everything surrounding, but we're gonna get into another story before we get into that because this one is hitting home and we need to talk about this because this is social impact. This is what has happened not too far from me, not too far from where Montel used to live as well. Kids' birthday party, if y'all don't know, it's in Stockton
Hmm.
at a banquet hall. There's multiple stories to this. There's multiple angles. There's one, the banquet hall wasn't supposed to be used as a gathering for birthday party, anything like that. That's irregardless.
Yeah.
Here we are, right here. We got 17 people that were hit by gunfire at this birthday party for children. There were four people that died:
Hmm.
8 years old, 21 years old, 14 years old, and another 8 year old. Lost two 8 year old kids, a 14-year-old kid, and a 21-year-old kid at a
Babies,
birthday
man.
party for children.
For a
Stockton,
2-year-old.
California has had a long history of being kind of a place where there's a lot of activity going on. But this right here, brother, come on, can't there be something that's off limits, right?
This
can't
is
can't
off limits. This
can't,
ain't
can't
can't be. This is off limits.
yeah.
This is off limits. I don't care what your opt-in done to you.
Mm,
You do not massive gunfire in a child's birthday party, and it's crazy, man. Because I'm on Twitter late at night. I'm the same as everybody
yeah,
else. Get that dopamine before I go to sleep.
yeah,
Scrolling through there, and I seen a rival gang member. He said, "Oh, we didn't do it, but we condone it," and it broke my heart, man. The
yeah,
young brother said that, and it's like, wow, man. We at a point where we do not cherish life. We don't cherish life, and it's sad. I don't care what these people been doing or what's been done. Man, that 3 hours of that birthday party, that's off limits. We don't
yeah.
we catch them on the truce, we catch them on the late, we catch them somewhere else if that's the case. If that's what you guys are doing, this is bad, man, and it's sad because Stockton has gotten worse. I remember
Yes,
when it was bad when we were there.
yeah,
Franklin High School, you be like, damn, this is crazy. Um, when we talk about some places but that area's gotten worse, and it's gotten worse due to the economy. You know, the high prices in the Bay Area. A lot of people migrated that way, going towards Stockton area to be able to be able to be affordable. You got people in Sacramento as prices went up, they migrated to Stockton. They've already had a gang cultures with the Norteños, Sureños, and how that whole thing works. Generationals of gangs. They've been in
mm-hmm.
that situation, but now the migration of Asian gangs, black gangs in there, and so on and so on. Man, you got a melting pot of hopelessness, and
There's
now
no there's not a lot of industry. I don't
there's no industry there. Let's be honest. There's
yeah,
nothing in stock. It used to be the train industry. It's no longer there. It's
yeah,
very small. There
yeah.
used to be. UOP is not is very. I mean, they don't really have a lot of athletics there,
UOP
so
used
you
to
don't
be
have a
hot
migration
though.
of.
Hot in a good
Uh,
way. Used to be a
yeah,
hot
yeah,
football
it used,
spot. Yeah.
yeah, it used to be great. I mean, UOP used to be great, and then now you got all these situations there that, like I said, you have a melting pot of people that are living on each other that have no jobs because Stockton has the lowest job rate. Housing is very, it's less expensive, but it's still kind of hard to get. So, no jobs, no opportunities, bro. You got a lot of frustration, pain, and this is not racial. This is period across the layer.
Yeah.
Hopelessness, pain, frustration, all built on top, anger, all built up on top of each other. And these people are just killing each other, man. You don't rob the person across the way. You rob the person that's close to you. That's what you do. You rob within your vicinity. You destroy within your vicinity. You don't go outside your vicinity. So you think you got all these layers piled up in each other. These kids are killing kids, man. And this is just to me the camel that broke the straw that broke the camel's back.
It,
This is this is what beyond.
when
This
I
is
found out
beyond.
the ages, right?
Yeah.
Again, gun violence, death, murder, all that. I mean, that's one thing. I saw the story and I said, "Oh, damn, here we go again in Stockton with something happening." And then I saw the first kid, 8 years old. Then I saw 14 years old. Then I saw the young dude at 21, and another 8 year old. I was like, something's not right. So, and as for you to hear or for you to have the story that the rival gang member said, we condone this activity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This it's sad, man. It's
Right.
sad. It's
When
sad.
all of the pastors and the preachers in the community get around, they do their press release and they do their briefing, and everyone says thoughts and prayers. Let's get the community together. I'm getting tired of that. I'm
I
right.
mean,
I'm getting tired of
well,
that.
let's peel a little bit more of the onion back. Obviously, the situation was gang.
Mm.
The person that was targeted, I think the birthday party was a rapper, a local
Yeah.
rapper
Yeah.
that's blowing up out there. So Asian rapper doing his thing. You know, trying to be successful in a creative way, right? They're all trying to get you're trying to get out of that barrel, bro. It's a barrel.
Yeah.
It's a barrel of it's a barrel of negativity. Guys trying to climb out of it, obviously trying to bring their boys. Obviously got gang ties because it's where they live. So kind of you have to associate you with. I know people out there that are not from California don't understand the gang culture. I've been around it. I've never been a part of a gang, but I know about it. My brother was in the gang. I understand how the gang culture works. We all do
Hmm.
because we live around it.
Yeah.
So you associate yourself with gang members, your homeboys, who's local around you, regardless. But now we're getting in a situation where the violence is escalated. Usually happens during the summer. This is happening during the winter. It's happening at a child's birthday party. Where this is in Stockton is war now. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, and I can probably empathize. If you killed my kids, I'm coming after everybody with a vengeance. So just because they're gang members, that doesn't remove their
Hey,
anger.
yeah.
It doesn't remove their pain. More pain now. It doesn't remove retaliation. It doesn't remove any of those things. And like you said, you could pray about it. And I'm a man of God. I would pray too. I pray for their safety. Churches can come out there and try to do it. I've seen the vice mayor talking about it. Hey, you need to turn yourself in. Bro, all that is beyond it.
Yeah.
Stockton needs help. Galvin Newsom needs to give them help because it's going to be a bloodbath there. Not saying it wasn't already.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say
Tension
this
was
is a
high.
tinderbox that's been already smoking, right?
Yes. Yes.
And now you done messed around and you hit some kids. You hit some elementary kids, junior high kids.
Mhm.
I don't know. 8 years old again. I think it's just elementary school. But you done messed around and did that. It's going to bubble over to now. There's going to be, just like you said, the retaliation inside and outside the gang.
Yep.
The extended family that's related to those two 8-year-old kids. My God, there's just going to be fighting in the streets. There's going to be violence in the streets. It's to a point where here I go again. Now I was going to be glass half full. I think it's uncontrollable. I think this
I'm
situation right here is the one that will take Stockton over the edge, and I unfortunately will not go back to Stockton. I will not drive down Hammer Lane again. When I have to drive down 99 and come
Mhm.
back home or go back whatever, I will not make a detour on Hammer Lane at my seven at my not Circle K, at my AM PM that I
Mhm.
typically I know where I go. I know Stockton. I will
Yeah,
not
yeah,
go to that
yeah,
same
yeah,
location anymore
yeah.
because I don't think Stockton now, and I feel so bad for saying this. I think that they are lost, and hopefully there's somebody who's stepping up though, and
So,
it's unfortunate that he has to. So Burna Boy, Grammy winner,
mhm.
has said, you know what? this story has hit him. He says, you know what, I got all condolences. I want to pay for all of the funerals. But man,
That's cool. I mean, I get it, and that's cool because I think it hit. I mean, if I had the money, I would do the same thing, and more if I
yeah,
had it. I'm gonna
yeah,
be honest with you. That hits. This one hits harder, not just because it's close to home. It's because it's babies.
that's what
Those are
it is.
babies, man.
That's
Those
what it is.
babies. Then, I mean, this is crazy. 14 people hit, or 17 people hit. 5 people died, or 4 people died. We in this, man. Like you said, Stockton is out of control now. It is. The law has, because now lawlessness comes into play. Because I can care less about the law at this point.
Yeah,
The victims can care less. The ops that didn't get hit could care less right now. Remember, and we're talking about 14 more other people that got shot. 13, 14 more people that got shot. They didn't die. They got shot. They gonna want vengeance,
yes.
man. When you're in, I don't know if people have you ever been in a corner where you don't think there's no other way out but to
Hmm.
fight. This is where you're gonna go. Those people don't have any. They feel they don't have anything. I mean, we always talk. I always tell you, man. I was coin. I mean, I didn't coin it. Pac said it first, Tupac. But hopelessness is for real. Hopelessness and pain are for real. And now you got them on top of each other in a situation that's in a small. Stockton's not a big city. The people that don't know about it's not a very big city. So it ain't like you can't touch whoever's around there. I know you can know fine with somebody's else. It's just like Sacramento. I can
Hmm.
live in Citrus Heights and know somebody in Oak Park,
Yeah,
around Oak Park, and
around the
so on and
corner.
so on. So it's crazy that that's a small spot. I do applaud him, the vice mayor, Jason Lee, I believe his name is, that he's trying to say something. And but I feel Jason should use more of his star power, right? We know he's got some power in the media,
Yeah,
especially amongst stars. He's interviewed all kinds of hip hop and people on the thing. I would hope he would use his star power to bring something to Stockton to give these people some hope. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the situation is not. It's not over. It's not. We're
no,
gonna see another mass
no.
shooting and something in Stockton. We're gonna hear about other people being murdered in Stockton. It's not over because they take gangbanging real serious out there, very serious. And it's just a sad case, man. And I know this is not sports related, but this is impactful, man. This is
This
in
is
our
more
community.
important. This has to be talked
This is
about to
way
this
more
level.
important than I don't give a damn about nobody catching the ball,
Yeah,
shooting the basketball. I don't care about any of that. This is more important because it ain't affecting just me cheering or my entertainment. This is actually life. And I don't know if you saw this brother's interview. I was watching it. Man, he broke down. I lost my 14-year-old baby. I
yeah.
lost him. He gone. I can't bring him back. You know,
That's what I'm
and
playing.
right
That's
and
what I'm playing on the screen
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
So,
And I can tell you right now, I know when my brother was murdered, I understood. Like first, it's I can't believe it happened.
mhm.
Then it's pain, and then comes vengeance. Then once you get over that part, then comes healing. He's in the pain stage right now. I
Yeah,
promise you, vengeance will be in his heart. And I don't mean vengeance that you got to retaliate, but you don't wish anything good on those people, on the person that did it, or people that did it. You have vengeful ways. Your heart turns black, and it's unfortunate. And this is just a sad case, man. I really, damn, I pray for those people, man, because that shouldn't have happened, man. It's off limits,
no.
like you said.
And
Um,
sure, the sheriff is doing his due diligence and whatever they're doing. He, came out early on and said he didn't want to claim it as gang violence, but then here in the last couple of days, obviously, it's come out that it is gang violence. They don't have anybody in custody yet, uh, which I don't understand. I really don't. Again,
well, but I mean, how can you
7
do if
o'clock in
you're
the
a
evening
gang?
is when this happened. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't too dark. It wasn't too late. There's cameras
yeah, but
everywhere.
you're in the gang. But you already know the gang culture. We don't cooperate with the police. That's number one. They don't.
Yeah.
Silence is golden in that society. Two, two. If you're a gang, you have more than one rival, right? Typically, especially I mean out there, gangs are segregated by race, big time, and then you have a mixture gang that are mixed with races. You don't know who your rivalry is. This dude's a rapper. You know, I mean, and remember, kids nowadays take everything so seriously. He could just do a simple diss about some or a neighborhood. It's on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I, instead of, I mean, yes, find a killer, but they better find out what triggered this. That's what they need to figure out and put that out first. Figure out what triggered it, and that's where you start your resource from there point and go on. This is beyond just somebody attending a birthday party and kill. They intentionally meant to hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
Whoever
Because
started
this
letting those
was not
bullets off.
random. This was
This isn't there random. This is
right.
targeted. Yeah,
This is
they
targeted.
meant to go in there and shoot up anybody and everybody that was in there. They didn't care about mama's babies or nothing in there. We gonna shoot everybody up in there, and that's the thing. Whoever that is in that gang that is in there, those are just some dangerous people to be around. And I pray for their souls, and I pray for the victims.
Yeah. I mean, we talked a lot, or I've talked about a lot. There are certain people, some people who have nothing to lose,
Yep,
and whatever that mentality is evident in the folks that did this heinous crime. And I'd be listen. I'm not trying to run up on them. I want the ones that the proper authorities do it, but they gotta be they gotta be brought to justice.
man.
And
I'm
I'm
strict.
not a big police guy. I'm not. I'll say that
Yeah,
out there. But
yeah.
these cats got to be brought to justice, man, to be
Nah,
locked
in my
under the
opinion,
jail.
they whatever happened, they deserve street justice.
Somebody gonna
I'm
get to him
sorry.
soon,
I'm
and
sorry.
somebody gonna get to him soon. I
I,
will say
yeah,
that. Yeah, I'll
yeah.
agree with you on that.
I'm not a big. I'm not a big condolence of violence, but these ones deserve street justice.
Somebody gonna
I
get to
that
him
you know
soon. This is
the eye
horrible,
for the
man.
eye thing, and but the thing is, but before somebody get to them, there's gonna be a lot more. You know, a lot more victims, a lot more
That's the
pain, a lot
shameful
more
part.
injuries before that happens because that's just kind of the way it goes. You got to think these people that did this. Let's say they do capture them. You got to go to Stockton County. If you escape Stockton County, you're gonna have to go to state pen, which everybody got affiliations in the state penitentiary. You know what I mean? Whatever gangs. Some will try to protect them, some won't. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I know. I mean, from my understanding, the prison culture, you don't touch kids
Yep.
in any kind of way. They touch three, or yeah, three, right, or four kids. They touch four kids. Street justice will prevail at some point if they get arrested. So, and then that's more victims' families, right? That's more hatred. That's more anger. That's more retaliation. It's a freaking cycle, man, that we can't shake out of our community. And I don't think the churches don't have an answer. They don't have an answer. I mean, we could pray and do vigilance all day to honor,
Right.
but that's not the answer. Um, Stockton police obviously need help. They need help to be able to counter this. They're not getting help. This the one thing about Gavin Newsom, man. Like, I don't really get too much in the political world, but this is the one time he needs to step up. I don't want to see Jason Lee. I should see the mayor there, or I should see the governor there.
The governor.
There's a
Yeah.
problem here. There's
Yeah.
a problem here, and we are going to do it. Do it. I don't need it. Jason Lee has no control of the police department. He has no control in bringing extra police or in there, or even FBI or FBI investigation. Great. I'm glad he's saying something, but that's not enough. There needs to be a command to Gavin Newsom, like, you need to come and do something. Period. If anything, just acknowledge it, right? Be on camera, acknowledge it in our city,
Mm-hmm.
saying we got to
Mm-hmm.
do something. He hasn't even did that, so that's disappointing, man. And I'm not, I don't know Galvin. I don't care, but there's something that needs to be said, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Um, I don't know, man. I really don't know.
I wanted to pull at the heartstrings just a little bit more. I wanted to pull at the heartstrings just a little bit more
Mm,
and show, third grade. Okay.
beautiful souls, man.
Third grade. Um, young brother right there, 21,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
8 years old. So again, third grade. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know the
I
answer.
don't want
I
to be
don't.
scared and not go out. I don't want to think that I have to walk around with something in my trunk or something underneath my seat when I go outside as well. I don't want to live like that. I try to
But we
consciously not
do, but
put
you
myself and my
so you.
family in those types of situations. But again, this is a birthday party, brother.
But I think you're trying to. That's the machoism, bro. We do have to live in a bubble. We do. We're in the we're man. We're in the times. Think about it.
Mm,
Can't go to concerts because they get shot up.
mm.
Can't go
My
to the
kids were
mall.
at my kids were at that concert in
They're
Sacramento when it got hectic. Yeah,
Go in the mall, get shot up. Valley Fair Center Mall, Valley Fair Mall just got shot up. Right.
last week, San
Um.
Jose, been there many
San Jose,
times.
same weekend. I go there every year when
Right.
we out there. We usually go by Valley Fair. Go either eat or we go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Shot up. Other cases of malls being shot up. Can't go to concerts. Can't go to malls. Now, can't go to birthdays. Right. Let's talk about the graduation party that was in Long Beach when they shot up the graduation party at Long Beach. Like, don't. Let's not be real. We are in a bubble because we want to protect our family.
Yeah.
Now, we could talk about we don't want to be scared at all or not, but the dangling carrot of fear is out there because we don't know how these young brothers is acting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These young sisters is acting. Listen, these gang members are acting, and like it's wild, man. I mean, some are strategically targeting. They trying to get somebody. Some they can care less. They gonna shoot everybody that's up in there. And we're just talking about California because we see that on the news and we know about it. We ain't talking about what happens in Wisconsin. We're talking about what happens in Texas. We're not talking about what happens in Alabama, Florida, and so on and so on. This is happening everywhere. There, we've discussed it so many times. It's a problem with so many accessibility to guns.
It's a problem in this country.
Yes.
I spent the last month or so, and it's, as you know, as my family knows as well, outside of this country. And
Hmm.
we don't have to get political here or anything of that nature. But again, I had no problems when I was in Europe. Had no problems in Africa. We left the doors unlocked. There
Hmm.
was never an issue. Of course, everywhere's got their cases and got their issues and their challenges and legal things of that nature. But man, there was no, not to the extent that we have every single day. The stories that I heard on the news when I was in Switzerland, when I was in Germany, when I was in all those spots a couple weeks ago was just look what craziness is going on over in the United States.
Yep. Yep. When I was in Japan and I'm sorry, not Japan. When I was in China and Philippines, the same exact thing. And I was over there for a month. Same exact thing. The news is what the madness is
Yeah.
going on in the U.S. You know, so you're absolutely right. Those countries don't have the same issues that we have, but they also don't have their gun manufacturers aren't controlling a lot of part of our government. Let's just be honest with you. The NRA controls, they donate heavily to the government to make sure guns are accessible across this country. It's not a secret. I'm not spilling any secret. I'm not even spilling my opinion. That's just facts.
Yeah.
Um, so with that being said, our country allows this. And we have, unfortunately, people don't talk, we have classism in our country. You don't want people won't say it, but we do. There's the people that are rich that this doesn't affect them at all, and everybody else is below that, and it affects them, and they can care less. You know, and we're guilty of the same thing. We don't. I mean, we feel empathy when hurricanes happen to hit those people. Absolutely, damn. I'm sympathetic about this situation. That's messed up. But 3 days after it, it's gone. I feel no more about it. You don't feel no more about it unless you have a direct victim to it. Those people that are controlling these laws and have the resources to be able to do something about it, if it doesn't affect them, oh, I saw that. That's bad. But 3 days from now, it's not going to be no longer a story, and I can care less about it. And I'm gonna move on with my life and doing everything. That needs to somehow change. And you would think it would change with people that are in the political world that are, these we get these mayors and they're nominated. It seems so at some point they forget about where they come from to take care of and help. That's sad. That is absolutely sad, and it happens in every community across the country, especially communities that are poverty stricken or in bad, those bad case scenarios. It doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. We have so much money and so much resources, but yet we do nothing. You know, you this is crazy to me. I was thinking about this today. So Trump did this one, and Trump, and I'm not knocking him, but he's got this policy where he's giving every kid $1,000, right? Which is going to equate to $2 billion. Why is not going towards task force to solve situations like this and resolve the issues we're dealing with now? I'm all about them for them to be able to learn financial literacy. That's great, and I get it, and I understand, and that's cool. But we have other pressing issues besides giving every kid that's born from now all the way $1,000.
Mm.
That doesn't, and you know why? Because he don't care, man. He don't care about us, bro. He don't. I hate to say it, they don't care. It's sad.
We got folks chiming in. Appreciate everyone for chiming in as well. Sensitive topic, sensitive issue, and polarizing. Right. Again, it's not a political conversation. It's a life conversation because we talking and we worrying about kids. John, I see your comments, man. Talking about some of those other locations that overseas and things of that nature, but still, to the extent that we have issues versus some of those other locations, I've personally seen because again, I travel a lot, and Montel has seen him a lot. If you got experiences as well, man, definitely chime in as well. Marvin, I see I got folks hitting me on a direct messages right now, say that they watch it, and go ahead and put your comments in on the live stream as well. Don't just hit me up behind the scenes, brother. Yeah, and actually, I got an ex Stockton PD, right?
Yeah,
That hit me behind the scenes here. You may have met the cat actually, so. Brother, chime in on the comments here, and if you want to come online on screen, so we can have this conversation as well. So, uh,
yeah. This is deeper than sports, man. I think it's so many layers of f up, right?
yeah,
It's just so many layers of f up, and I don't, 'cause we don't know where to start, man. I mean, you don't. I don't know how deep this thing goes because, man, it's typically. It seems like we haven't had a situation like this in a long time where they're shooting up a party of this magnitude where they're killing kids, right? The last one was probably Long Beach, probably a couple of years ago, right? It happened in Long Beach graduation party. They shot up a couple of kids. Some people got hurt, but nothing where it was babies. Like teens are different. We always go through stages. We got adolescents and we have teens. This one, adolescents got hit. Different, and it seems like we're black and brown in those situations are so pinned up against each other that this situation happens. But I mean, we already know the economic issues that come along with this, man. There's, bro, hopelessness and pain, man, is a deadly combination.
woo, hopelessness and pain. Here's the cat that I was talking about right here. Jerome's in the building. He says, I lived in Stockton, worked in Stockton. Unfortunately, this is not new. The gang violence has been a part of Stockton since the early 80s, and
Yep.
he was a Stockton police officer.
Yeah. And it's
So,
been generational, right? It's generations of gangs there.
yeah.
Typically, amongst the Latin community, right? A lot of generational gangs from the lowrider culture all the way to the gangs that kind of get up to be. But I know this rapper that's through this party is Filipino, part of the Asian boys, I think, Asian gang that's there. You know, Then you also got Bloods and Crips there. You have,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, Norteños, and then they're segregated sometimes in Bloods and Crips as well, as far as the Latino culture that's there. And then also you have your rivals, Serranos, and all that stuff that's probably set up some posts in there as well, or some people that
Mm-hmm.
claim Serrano. There's that culture, man, is different. And then we got to think Stockton's not that far from Fresno. You have the Bulldogs that are in Fresno that are lit too. And Stockton also has a haven with a lot of connections within the prison system, right?
Yeah.
Because just think this go, man. So it's intertwined so many different ways. I don't think no one knows, but we need to better figure out a starting point. And like I said, figure out what caused this and what set this off and start from there. Because that culture is not talking to the police. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
They never we can ask ask who's the ex police officer. They're not talking. Regardless how heinous the crime is, they're not gonna say anything. So where does it at least find out the root of it and let's go around that. I just feel so bad that it's babies, man. It just don't make no sense.
That's the thing, right? I mean, we talk about a lot of stories, right? And we talk about the domestic violence and the and the gambling and cheating on you, whatever the case may be. But when you put your hand on a woman, when there's a guy put his hand on a woman, we really have pause and we're like, nah, don't you definitely
Mhm.
don't do that. But now when we got, you see the pictures I'm putting up, 8-year-olds, a 14-year-old, a 21-year-old. Oh my! right? We as dads, me just as trying to be a decent citizen, like man, if that like Montel said it, brother, no, if something like that was to happen to one of our kids, ooh,
Yeah, Wrath of Vengeance, bro.
it
I'm
would
doing everything I can.
it'd be
I'm like,
over. It'd be over.
you know
So
what's funny? I got a quote though. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, go ahead.
The game. He was talking about. Oh, the young lady did that artist is in trouble with the one they found her body, the 13-year-old girl body or 14-year-old girl body in the car. You know what I'm talking about? And she was decapitated as they stuffed her in the Tesla. They found a Tesla at the airport. Young girl that they think the artist have a relationship with, and something happened. His quote on there said, "If that happened to my daughter, wrath of vengeance." And he goes, "I know what I'm saying may not bring nobody back, but it's gonna bring something back,
Mm,
and that's my peace. And that's my peace of mind. And I'll take whatever comes after that." It's the way I would feel about this situation if it was my child.
not condoning it, but we just telling you,
I'm not.
and
I'm just
and
being honest,
I
man.
I guarantee you that the father, the parents in the chat, and the folks that are watching on all the different channels that are watching right now would may not want to say it out loud, right? But kind of would feel the same way. Let something come and hit your front door.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
we're just being honest and saying, you know, that we're putting ourselves out there. You don't have to if you don't want to, because again, this is such a touchy subject and conversation. But don't let something hit your front door and you be put into a situation.
Yeah.
Um, mm. All
Man,
right, man.
that
Let me pull these comments up, man, because
yeah,
John
absolutely.
is coming with some good things here. You said you'd been to England, you'd be in jail just for some of the things said here. Truth.
Yeah.
Maybe you can leave your door unlocked in England, but you can't say
The
what you
comments aren't
want.
pulling up. You haven't pulled them up. They're not coming show. You usually show them. Are the comments supposed to be shown on the screen or no?
Oh Lord, see, I'm over here just
Yeah.
talking, man. I'm on. So there it
Yeah.
is. Over there, Jonathan says, "I've been to England. You would be in jail just for some of the things that you have said here." And yeah, absolutely true. But you can leave your door unlocked in England, but you can't say what you want. That is a true statement. That is a true statement. Not doubting you on that. And again, I am thankful for the freedoms that we have here. My father served 26 years in the military, so we could actually say what we want to say when we want to say without fear of reprimanding, and not a fear of not having our fingers chopped off or not fear of being thrown in jail. So I applaud that freedom, and I respect that freedom every single day. Appreciate you, brother, too, for coming in. Um,
Yeah, but I mean, I appreciate the freedom and all that. I'm man, being a hip hop head and growing up in that generation, I have such disappointment in that culture about the no snitch thing. Let's just be honest with us. I
mhm.
mean, I do. I'm very disappointed about the no snitch thing. Don't cooperate with law. Don't
We
do
doing it
this.
to
Thing. Don't.
ourselves.
We're
The hip
doing it
hop
to
culture.
ourselves.
We doing it to
Yeah, yeah,
ourselves, aren't
yeah. You know, I mean, it's got to be. I don't know where you draw the line, right?
we? Hmm.
Right? Like someone's, we in a vicinity, somebody steals a candy bar. Okay, I ain't gonna snitch on them. It's a candy bar. It's not relevant. But when somebody kills a kid, somebody molests a kid, someone does something that's heinous to somebody,
Hmm.
man, we really got to let up on that code of not snitching and help, so this situation can be resolved. Period. And I'm not talking about just resolved in within the prison system. It's got to be resolved. We got to resolve that, man, because there's got to be some type of standard where, hey, man, that's too far. That's too far, and work with the police to get this situation removed because that's one of the most disappointing things in our culture that we have is that no snitch thing. It really is. And I mean again, it's it's waves. I'm not gonna snitch on certain things. If it didn't hurt nobody and this is the physical thing, I'm not gonna tell.
Yeah.
Okay, it's, that's his business. He did that. You know, but we got to figure out where you're crossing the line and then be able to speak up on it as a community because we're never going to be able to get past. You want to resolve the gang issue, you have to speak up. You do, and I'm not telling nobody. This is just me. I don't want not spewing my opinion on it. This is just my take on it. If I know I had a mass killer next door, I'm telling them the mass killer next door. Period. Because I don't want to live next to him either. I'm not trying to live next to him. So if they're comfortable in that situation, I guess it's fine. I'm not comfortable in that situation. Now, if this dude's a booster and he got a bunch of stolen purses in there, I'm like, that ain't my business. I'll let the police
Right.
deal with it.
There's levels to this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
There's
like, man,
levels.
that's something that's different. I ain't getting involved in that. That's his little thing. But if you're a mass killer, you a Jeffrey Dahmer, you this evil asshole that shot at these kids, I'm saying something. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say something to the police, and whether I say it out loud or anonymous. And then people could call me a snitch all I want, bro. I don't want to live next to the mass killer. I don't.
If
I
if
don't want
if,
to do in that situation.
if I know something, if I know that my guy across the street or next door is responsible for this person right here not coming home,
I'm saying something, man. I'm saying something. If I don't do something myself, because when I first seen this, man, I was angry. I mean, I was my wife. She was like, "What's wrong?" And I told her, and she was like, "Oh man, that's bad." She's like, "Why you feel so bad about it?" I go, "I don't know. I don't know. People that know me don't. I have a special place in my heart for kids. I don't like kids that are homeless in this situation. I
mm,
don't like when they don't eat, and I damn sure don't like when they get killed. I don't. It don't have to be my child. It's just, I don't know. I'm just wired that way. I feel bad about that. So again, the no snitching thing and all that stuff, man. There's just got to be something where there's to a point where you cross the line, and somebody got to say something.
yeah.
You have to, because we can never. If we don't, this incidents will happen over and over and over and over again. In my opinion. So again, I don't want to force my opinion or my beliefs on anybody else. I just the way Montel Allen personally feels about the situation.
Well, let's circle one more question here, and then we'll move on. But this was critical enough for us to spend a lot of time on it. And the reason I said there one more thing, because from the community, they are asking us, right? So touch on how we as a hip hop culture do glorify that lifestyle through
Mm-hmm.
the rap and things of that nature. And it's not just Stockton, it's not just Sacramento, it's not just San Diego, it's on a national level.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think it's interesting as well. I go overseas and they playing our music too, but I don't see the issues. I
The
mean, I
different,
don't see the. I've been to
man. The
festivals overseas, and yet everyone is
mm,
hyped to be at the festival. But again, there's less excessive violence outside of these 50 contiguous states. Well, they're not. There's only 48, but
because
I mean the other two. But
in the United States, man, this belief of keeping it real and I have to live the life that I speak about is completely different. They know that it's entertainment. Japan knows it's entertainment. I'm not gonna go shoot up 50 people. They know there's a consequence to that. I'm not gonna do it. Here in the USS, they feel that for you to be validated, you have to live it. That's not true. That is not absolutely true. It's entertainment. So I don't understand. How can we watch Arnold Schwarzenegger go on and shoot 50 people in a movie and
uh,
we're like, oh, that's entertainment. We don't do it. But the person that's doing it in a hip hop or a black movie, oh, he gotta really be that. He gotta live that life. He need to be that person. You know what I mean?
mm,
Because if you don't do it, then you ain't real. You fake. You almost get taunted or you get hated on for entertaining. Rick Ross is a prime example. He was a correction officer and he raps about all the things he raps about, right? But he was a correction officer. He's doing everything the right way.
yeah,
But
Rick
his
Ross
music is
is a
entertaining.
police. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an entertainer. That's what he does. He entertains you. He's very talented in entertaining you and painting you a picture of a lifestyle that he understands and he knows about. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not chastising him. He's okay. That's what he did. I like his music. Period.
Hmm.
For some reason, as we went on in generations of hip hop, we believe that you have to emulate what you say. And the more you emulate what you say, the more credibility you get amongst the community. How stupid is that?
That don't even
It's just
sound
dumb.
right coming out your mouth, to be honest with you.
It's dumb. It's
That don't even
entertainment,
sound right.
man. It's just entertainment. And I don't. I mean, Eminem, probably the greatest rapper ever. If you ever listen to his music, it's pretty dark, very dark. Especially when he first came out, talking about his mom and his girlfriend or his ex girlfriend at the time, very dark. Eminem understand he doesn't do those things,
Yeah.
right? He doesn't do those things. It's just entertainment.
It's in his is in one of his biggest songs, Stan. And y'all know Marshall Mathers. Y'all go listen to
Mm.
Stan. It's the key hook in that song right
But,
there.
but
This
why
is
is
just
it okay
entertainment.
for? But why is it okay for Eminem to talk dark and entertain us, and we accept it and we love it and we're all about it?
Yeah.
But yet, when it becomes a black artist or an artist that looks like them, you got to keep it real and you got to do what you say.
Mm.
You got to be that guy. You man. Talk about what you want. You want. You can get away with a little bit of embellishment, but you got to be real. You got to keep it real. Okay. Well, how real do I need to keep it? Did I go home to a nice house and I live
Okay,
in the
so
suburbs and I chill with my family?
I'm gonna
It's
throw a
crazy.
caveat here. So is that why Eminem is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Sean Combs is in jail? Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, you could throw that
That was a
rock.
cold that was
Come
a
back with
cold
this
blow,
one.
but it just came
You,
off the dome. That was a
you could
cold
throw. I
blow.
mean, no, it's not. I don't think it's a cold blow because we're seeing everything that Diddy's done. Right? He's trying to emulate the life that he wants. I'm a powerful mogul and I can do what I want and get away with the law. Well, evidently you can't. And but let's be real. When
Mm,
Puffy does get out and everything, he's gonna have a certain kind of street credibility amongst our community. There were people dancing in front of the courthouse talking about free Puffy and he's innocent and all these things. Now, I know he wasn't guilty of the RICO charge because that makes no sense. One person being charged with one RICO charge, kind of stupid. But everything else, it's been proven that he's done. Right? He's done. He's done it. Physical evidence is did it.
we got
And
video.
people were still outside the courtroom cheering for him. Free him.
Don't make no sense,
Right?
boy. Make it make
Free
sense.
him. Oh, free him. Our community buys into, bro. Hip hop community alone, and I won't just say black community, but hip hop community alone, we love negative shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We love it. We embellish it. We embody the negative shit,
That's what sells.
and
That's
we
that's
and we
or that's what we
and
think
we
sells.
and we criticize and we critique positive shit
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
negative way. Think about it. We'll celebrate and throw a party for more people that got out of jail than they did when they graduated from college.
Oh,
It's just being real. The cat that's getting out of jail, we're gonna throw a celebration for him and throw a party, welcome home, blah blah blah. I seen the block dudes give him cash, give him money, put you back on. Let's do this. Let's do X, Y, Z. Okay. The brother that's getting ready to just graduate from college, that's trying to find a job and get on. We're not celebrating throwing a party for him and give him a wad of money and say start your own business and uplift our community. Shit's backwards, bruh. It's backwards. It is. That is what it is. We embellish negativity.
it don't get much more plainer than what we talk about, y'all. Look it up.
I'm just telling the truth. Tell me, when's the last time we seen somebody throw a block party for a brother getting ready to graduate from college? I'll wait,
I can't hold
but I
my
can tell
breath
you
that
right
long.
now, the brothers coming off from prison, they'll celebrate that. They'll have a barbecue outside, everybody celebrating, giving him money, make sure he get back on his feet. Shit is crazy, man. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense that we embody negativity that much. You know, and there's some that don't. I'm not gonna say everybody. It's not everybody, but we really celebrate negativity. And I'm saying this is a great. I mean, welcome home, man. I'm not saying we're not supposed to celebrate people that come home from prison,
Yeah.
especially, they done their time. They did something wrong. They did their time to come home. We want to celebrate and embrace them. But I'm saying also embrace the brother that's doing the right thing too.
Yeah. Right.
Embrace the sister that's doing the right thing too. If I'm gonna give
Oh,
him $10,000 out of my pocket and I'm a street dude, why not giving the brother sisters graduating, getting ready to come home, trying to find a job? Let me get him $10,000 as well. Go do something positive for our community. It should be it's where the balance is, and and I think we talked about the music and hip hop community too. There's no more balance.
mm-hmm.
For every NWA, we had a public enemy. For every Biggie Smalls, we had somebody that was speaking something positive, a comedian like Positive K or something like we had balance. We no longer have balance. It's all skewed negative, and we've gravitated to that shit like no other.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon my French.
No, that's real. That's what it is. It's real.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Again, I'm lost because I don't know if we're gonna get better. And now, I'm real depressed on this, right? On this one in particular, again, because it's especially since we deal with young children. I love the commentary. I love the fact that we're talking about this. I love the fact that people are questioning and challenging us as well on some of the feelings. So, because these are the types of conversations that matter, right? And this is grown folks conversation. Y'all see kind of some of the new branding here. We are. This is the Black Barbershop. This is the kind of conversation that kind of gets in the weeds where again they're not always comfortable, and they're gonna be a
No.
lot of there gonna be some yelling, there gonna be some furniture moving sometimes, but we gotta have these conversations. So I'm just I want to commend the folks that are chiming in and rocking with us as we go deeper into some of these conversations, man. Thank you, Burner Boy, for paying for these funerals. Uh, Wish he didn't have to, but he's paying for 4 funerals that was had at a 2-year-old's birthday party in Stockton, California, where 4 people passed because of needless gun
I,
violence.
Burner Boy deserves a shout out for doing that. But then, I mean, also got to correct some of your music, right?
Mm,
You have to. I
hmm
mean, you doing a good deed and still spreading negativity doesn't work, right? I mean, Scarface couldn't buy his soul back, right? You can't do it. You can't do that, man. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong, and I'm sure the family's gonna appreciate it, but just change the message in your music a little bit, slightly.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be about all about, you know. I'm not a big fan of Burner Boy. I'm not the new generation hip hop. I don't listen to it a lot, but you know, I know they talk about lean, drugs, sex, money,
hmm
rock, you know, all
hmm
that good stuff like that. You got to I applaud DMX a lot because
hmm
as we go to hip hop, because DMX, all the negative stuff he talk about on his music and everything like that, every album he ended with a prayer.
He did. He did. Yeah.
He ended it with a prayer. So I'm not saying, I mean, you got to make your money. I'm not bored. I know that what sells and what doesn't, but I think on the flip side, you could do things that are also great, or continue the positive influence in the community, and use your money. You use your music as a leverage to get money. You know, get money and give back. I believe me and you both are big firm believers in giving back.
Yeah.
You know, and I agree, Marvin. Positive rap is not cool to these youngsters, but I think, and I disagree with you one because I think Miles Minnick. I mean, I don't know if people have heard of him. He's a Christian rap. He's a Christian rapper. You
Mm.
know, I know that's the people like, oh, that's lame. Dude's music is slap. He's slap. So, and there's a big wave of that kind of rap coming in that's good. And people are starting to kind of open up to it. So there is good music out there. We just got to search for it. It's just not mainstream music. I wouldn't say it's not cool. I just say it's not mainstream because if you bump it and you listen to it, you're like, Shh, I, subconsciously I'm listening to the music. You know, I'm listening to it. It's all good. Um, I just
No,
think, man, we
he
just
touring with Lecrae though. Okay, so that
yeah,
could be a good show
yeah.
right there. Hold up.
He blowing up, man. He got with E40. He got with all the Bay Area
He got
Bay
G
Area
Easy.
heavyweights. You
What? He
talking?
from here?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
got
He
G
from the
Easy.
Bay.
My
Yeah.
goodness. Okay. See, I used to be in the music business for about a decade, and a couple of the folks in the chat know that I've been out for a minute. But okay, hold
No,
on.
that brother. He's got music with 40. Keek the Sneak.
Oh my
La
God.
Russell. Everybody. I mean, he. All them are jumping on his music. I think he got a song with Mozzie. I think he got a song with everybody. So to say, I mean, I hear him. It's not cool, but I think it's not pushed mainstream, right? It's not pushed on the radio. It's not pushed as popular as it is. But the dude is doing something really, really amazing, and that's just one. I think there's a wave of them that's coming. That's coming out. That's really, really dope.
Yeah.
But but like I said, I love the fact that Burner's gonna pay for the funeral. I
Yeah.
wish other rappers from California should step up and do something. I don't give a damn about Snoop and Daz having a beef about their royalties. Why don't both of y'all collectively come up with something and give it back to the people of Stockton because they're the people of Stockton bought your damn music all those years. Like, where we forget, Ice Cube too. Love you, Ice Cube. Love your music. You even shot a movie out in Stockton. Give a little bit of something back, man. Like a little bit of something back, some money to help not only alleviate this situation, but say, you know, I want to help fund contradicting how help fund the police or people investigating this crime.
Uh,
Like, when are we gonna step up and do those things?
yeah.
Because damn sure I bet you the people of Stockton and bought their music.
Oh yeah.
The people
Oh
of
yeah.
Stockton sell out their concerts, especially their lowrider concerts and shit all the time when they go back and
Mm-hmm.
perform. DJ Quick too, Game as well. JL Felony. Everybody that's in that mainstream that got some money that's been benefiting off this, the Mac 10s of the world and all that. Bro, throw a little something back, and I ain't talking about throw millions of dollars back. If all y'all collectively just do $1,000, I just ain't that's $10,000 that can help do whatever it needs to do to help this situation out. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Like, my thing is like, what are we doing as a community? No one wants to call nobody out. But yeah, we'll be on social media and embellish them arguing about some stupid ass shit. It makes no sense. kind of, man, it's disheartening, bro. It really is, because, and again, I'm passionate because there's babies involved.
Yeah, yeah. Tony, good to see you in the comments, brother. It's talking about coming back to the positive music. Yeah, and then he comes in and says, police know, but they keep talking, and it's not gang related. Everyone in the hood knows exactly from the jump, we knew what it was.
Yeah, man. I
And yeah,
mean,
okay. And all right. We're not gonna go down too many rabbit holes. But again, and yeah, they got their investigation that they got to do, and they don't want to give too much out to the media and everything. But come on, when we heard what, when, and where, and how, we was like, okay, this was
it's
some
something
foul
popping in the
behavior
gang.
right
It's
here,
something, yeah, something
right? So
popping
so
in the
we so
gang
we knew,
community. Yeah. I mean, people in the media, people sometimes think we're dumb,
yeah,
right? That we think we're
and
stupid with it.
come on, man,
Just because you say it on the news don't make it fact. It don't make it true, right? The news is just the news. It's an entertainment ploy as well as everything else. So, with that being said, we already knew that what the situation was, what happened. I'm just, my heart is just broke because of the way it happened and who it happened to, who
yeah,
the victims are. And I, like, again, and I don't want to shed I want to shed light on this, but we also, like I said, I'm talking about the Long Beach situation. That was bad. I don't even know if that has ever been resolved. All these drive-bys at graduations and these house parties on these kids are just trying to have fun, and typically it's all because of a disagreement, man. Something as simple, a disagreement, or something that happened a long time ago that doesn't even affect the people that you're going to go get.
yeah, that you're done with, right? You
Yeah,
messed
that you're
around, you
done
just
with.
stepped on my shoes, or you started talking to my girlfriend or someone who I wanted to be my girlfriend, and I haven't put a ring on her finger yet. So we right, it's just stupidness.
It's just stupid, man.
It's
And
stu-
I was talking. I think I was talking about brother Bracy not too long ago, and we was talking about, man, kids nowadays, teens. When we grew up, man, we had roller rings, we had skating rings,
yeah,
we had
yeah.
Scandia where we go play miniature
Come
golf
on, brother.
and do all
See
those things.
the
We
batting
had all
range
those
and
things.
yeah, the batting
Yeah, we
cages and
had we
everything.
had certain things that, man, no matter, we had to graduate. We go to the graduate in UC Davis and go dance and have a good time.
Yeah,
There's no teenage clubs no more. There's no such thing as that anymore. There's no place where they can gather and do the thing except for sideshows. And then now people get mad because they're doing sideshows everywhere, which I
mm-hmm.
understand.
Yeah,
But there's no outlet. Basically, what I'm saying, there's no outlet. So again, you got hopelessness, no opportunities, pain, frustration, and then you tag that on with nothing to distract them but alcohol and drugs. And your only sense of belonging is the bigger homie that already been through it and really has no hopelessness.
yeah,
You know, it's just, man, the cycle. As we get older, man, we understand the cycle is it's worsening because it's starting to go layers of generations and generations. It's just bad, man. It's sad. It's sad about those
yeah.
kids. I pray for those family, man, but I, I I know if I was in their shoes, it'd be different.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't.
I'm
No, it wouldn't be different. It'd be similar, right? Because again, there wouldn't be a lot of talking.
man.
There'd be a lot of action because we about action,
It
and
yeah, it'll
you can
be
read
yeah,
between.
it'll
You
be.
can, right?
It'll
We'll move on, but there it is right
be
there. I would love to see more teen centers being built in jails. I would love to see some more skating rinks, some
you know what's funny,
bowling
man?
alleys.
Before you go, I got it. Before we go, it's funny. So it costs $40,000 to upkeep per prisoner we keep in jail, right? That's like I think that's the nose. $40,000 for every prisoner in jail that the state gives to the prisons.
Yeah,
Yet the average graduate of a college is in 40,000 debt in the state of California.
that
That is,
math right there. You check them debits and credits, ladies and gentlemen,
check them,
and
check
check.
them. It costs us
Uh,
$40,000 to house a prisoner, but yeah, the person that's going to college doing the positive thing is typically in on an average of $40,000 a debt. Make it make
right,
sense.
right out the gate. All right, listen. We just raising the level of conversation, making your old Arsenio Hall, making you say make you hopefully
Bro, we
hopefully
invest in
most of
prison. We invest in prisons and don't invest in future.
God, Joe, see you saying you
Crazy as that.
saying some you
We
saying some
invest in
things, boy.
we invest in incarceration and not education. Period. Think about that. We invest in incarceration and not education. We give students on the Cal B what $900, something like that, and on federal aid, it's not the state aid. Federal aid, we give them a maximum of $5,000 or $6,000, close to $6,000. So we give them, and this is a person that has to be in a certain income. So we give them birds of $7,000. Every prisoner costs $40,000. They get 3 hots in a cot. They get electricity. They get all of. They get dental. They get mental health care. And I'm not knocking it, but I mean that has to be happening. But that cost needs to come down, and investing in education needs to come up. That's the reality of it. People can say what they want. I can't believe there's people that's graduated from Yale and Harvard in
Mm.
prison, and we have to take out loans for our children to go to state schools that are very smart. So where's our mind shift at, man? I mean, like, it's a constant cycle that's kind of crazy to me, and I think people really need to pay attention to it. We're investing in incarceration, and we are not investing in kids' education. And that 10% that doesn't worry about us, we get those are rich people that live in Stanford and all that. That's great for them. But for the 90% of us, bro, shit, we in a
It's tough.
vicious
For the
cycle.
rest of us, it's tough, right? So we
Cycle,
trying to
man.
keep our head straight, but it's on a swivel. We trying to keep it straight. Listen, let's do this, man, because there's a couple other stories that I want to get to that are relevant to social impact, especially around sports. And I wanted to make sure that we talked about that. This one right here, we obviously y'all know what we do. We gonna keep following this. We gonna figure this out. Appreciate everyone for chiming in. I'm seeing the other channels that are watching this as well. If you don't want to leave comments, that's all good. But you know, engage. If we are picking at some nerves and you feel uncomfortable with the conversation, just hit us up behind the scenes. That's all good too. But hopefully, this isn't making you think. All right. Well, we'll just say that. Hope we not it's not going to be sexy and pretty and entertaining all the time. We going to come with some real conversation, and hopefully we are kind of making you say, you know, what are them brothers talking about?
Push the
Call
needle,
us on the
brother.
carpet, but we do feel
Yeah.
a certain way about some certain things. And when an 8-year-old girl doesn't get to go home from a two-year-old baby's birthday party, we gonna talk about that for 57 minutes. We gonna talk
Oh
about that
yeah.
for 57. Listen, here's one that's along the lines that we've been talking about a lot, and this is now, I think, going to be more of a valid conversation. So, World's Strongest Woman competition just recently happened.
Hmm.
Initially, the winner was this person standing on the podium right there with
Hmm.
the big trophy. So, shouts out to them on that. But that person is Jamie Booker. Jamie Booker was born a man. Andrea
Okay.
Thompson, sister right there to the right of her that you see not looking very happy,
Hmm.
complained because she is actually the one who should have won. And after finding out that Jamie Booker was a biological man, Jamie Booker was disqualified, and Andrea Thompson got the trophy, got the
Hmm.
title. But we've talked about this before with swimming. We've talked about this in track and field. We've talked about this in
Yeah.
boxing during the Olympics.
Hmm.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Now we're diversifying in sports. Transgender athlete was dishonest and robbed the rightful winner for the
Yeah.
world's strongest woman
You,
competition. So
I,
shouts out and kudos to the organization for saying, man,
Yep.
okay, we see that you aren't who you really are.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna strip you of this. Is embarrassing to you. We're gonna strip you of this. You should have told us who you were. You can't be competing in this league and this qualification and these and this group. We're gonna give the trophy to and the title to the other person.
Yeah. Uh, I,
That's what we are right there.
they corrected her wrong, right? They
Yeah.
corrected what they did, what the mistake that they made, because I'm pretty sure there was guidelines saying, you know, were you biological man or woman, and then you can compete. They
Hmm.
corrected it wrong, which is great. I've said it so many times. They have to create a lane for transgender athletes. They have to
Hmm.
in these competitions. They have to do it in some kind of form or fashion and do that, and then put some guidelines behind that as well. That what constitutes you as a transgender person, so they can compete on an even playing field with other transgenders and so on. It, it's not a co-ed sport. It's women's right? Women's
Yeah.
strongest competition. Not if you're a transgender woman. It's not if you're a transgender man. It's not if you whatever you want to identify yourself as. It is a woman's. That means you need to be born as a biological woman and then compete as a biological woman too in the contest. Kudos for them to right and their wrong. There's nothing else to say about it. They did a great job of doing their thing. Unfortunately, the sister didn't get to do her celebration right in front of
Yeah,
everybody. The crowd had to be stripped. But I mean, they corrected her wrong, which is awesome. That's
yeah.
awesome.
But you can you can see in her eyes though. She was like, "Nuh-uh, this ain't right. This
Hmm.
ain't right." So yeah, kudos to the organization and to the league and everyone for righting that wrong and getting it right. But I didn't want to show that story because again, it's a continuation of some of the other stuff that we've talked about before. And
Yep.
it's now again, it's not just us talking about swimming. It's not just us talking about boxing or specific sports. Now, I mean, I would have never thought world's strongest woman, but that's the competition that's now being
Hmm.
affected by this. So eh, no holds
No,
barred here. So there we go.
I think that's great. That's great.
Yeah. Um, That's all I got, man. There's a couple other little stories that we could have talked about, but I think those are the things that matter, and I'm glad we spent a lot of time talking about what we did talk about. But what you got on your mind, brother? Before we
Man,
bring this plane in,
not the social impact of sports. This is the social impact of our communities that
yeah,
revolves around sports. And the other one I wanted to definitely discuss, or not really have a large discussion, but you guys got to have a prayer. There was recently another African American male that was hung on a golf course. I forgot the brother's name. I sent you the thing. I forgot his name, but he was hung on a golf course. The Delta State issue of the man that supposedly hung himself is not resolved at all. They haven't provided us any leads or any additional information. Um, that goes to tell you that there's a lot of hate out there in our communities that's going on, and we need to have to acknowledge that. I don't care if we acknowledge it to 16 people or 16 million people. That needs to be acknowledged so there can be a focus on that to resolve this issue. Um, that's the one thing that we can probably hopefully talk about a little bit more next week and kind of hopefully have some insight. Uh, After that, man, I love all the scores and all that stuff, and that's great, the sports news, but we need to be able to, definitely have a little bit more things that affect our communities, affect the communities around us, and have people to say, express their opinion. And I'm glad you guys are chiming in. And everything it'll work itself out. We just got to make sure. I do want to give a happy birthday to my niece Mason. Love you, sweetheart. Happy birthday. Um, and then, man, we just keep it moving till next week, man. We good. We're
yeah.
absolutely good.
I will bring up the I've got the story here about that situation on the golf
Oh
course
yeah,
in
yeah,
Wisconsin, but we'll say that for next week because hopefully they'll have some clarity and some more meat to the story there. But yeah, it's another unfortunate situation there. But
yeah.
go ahead and
Man,
take us home,
people just
brother.
need to, yeah, we just need to be knowledgeable about it. Like I said,
Yeah,
man, us as a community and us as people, we need to be comfortable having uncomfortable conversations because that's how we learn. Team No Sleep, we about to take it to hopefully another level. Shout out to Sean Merriman. I met with him. I was with him last night. Great guy. First time I ever really met him and talked to him. He's got some big things going on with the. He's partnering with the UFC.
mm,
His stream station is Lights Out TV. Please go out and support him, man. He's really trying to do some big things. He's starting off the ground. He's starting off the ground trying to run with it, but really good dude, really good guy. Shout out to Troy Palomalo. Met him last night
look at you,
at
boy.
the function.
Why are you dropping all these
Uh,
names, brother? Why are you
I
dropping?
was there. I met with a lot of cast, man, and
Yeah,
then it was great event. It was a high school gala, the PPR gala that I'm a part. My Bert was there. My boy Bert. Bert is always good. Bert Grossman,
yeah,
former
that's a good
NFL guy.
dude.
That's my dude. He was there, so got the chance to meet some other former NFL players. Great event, great guys. Giving awards to all the high school kids that play football, whether it was tackle football or flag football. They had Player of the Year awards and all those other good things. Man, it was just a wonderful event. And man, please support Sean Merriman is a really good cat, man. He's doing some really big things and real positive things in the community. So I wanted to just give that dude a shout. But
That's what's up.
hey,
That's what. Get
hey,
him on the show, boy.
yeah, yeah, I try my best. I try my best. Hey, also, man, check up on your loved ones, man. I tell you guys all the time. It's Christmas time. People that are alone get depressed. Let's just get that phone call, that text, that FaceTime, whatever you got to do. Check up on your loved ones and make sure they're all right. Um, and then we take it out, man. We good.
That's
We out.
cool. That's cool. I love the fact you said that because I don't know if my dad is still here, but that was actually part of my speech at Thanksgiving. So every year around Thanksgiving, everyone goes around and says, you know, what do you thankful for? What do you thankful for? And then I said, you know, y'all go, and then I'm gonna go last. And then I had a conversation, and I said exactly that same thing. I challenged everyone, and I charged everyone in that room to reach out to someone in their inner circle and just check up on someone. Listen, that's Montel Allen, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we do. Team No Sleep. We out because this is social impact. Make sure you point the right way, brother. Come on
So
now,
I got you,
get it,
brother, man.
get
I
it
had to
right,
do
brother.
both to make sure I catch your camera, so I got the right one.
This
That's
brother over
that
here
one
doing the
right there.
Wakanda forever. We'll be back. We Wednesday now, folks. We Wednesday, so this is how we do it. All right, take care of yourself.
Team No Sleep, we up all night. Montel and James keep the convo tight. Sports and culture where they collide. Tune in, lock in, let's take that ride. To Mike, to King, no snooze allowed. From the court to the block, we speak it loud. Social impact where the game align. Crossovers and causes intertwined. We the voice from the streets to arenas. Breaking down plays from LeBron to Serena. Whistle blow and the world reacts. Sports and the struggle, the cold hard facts. Team No Sleep, we talking real deep, real deep. Hip hop, sports, no counting sheet, counting sheet. Know the field to the booth, we tell the truth, tell the truth. Team No Sleep, we bring